Good evening, folks. It's Dave here from the iReady podcast, giving you my post-match reaction to possibly a great escape where we have just finished our Europa League match in Prague against Sparta, and we have came away with an extremely valuable point in a 0-0 draw. And how it stayed 0-0, I have got absolutely no idea, because for about the first 70 minutes of this match, we were absolutely abysmal. But we rallied around in the end and really could have won the game, let's be honest, at the end of the match. But I think it would have been rather unfair to Sparta, but I really don't care, to be perfectly honest with you. But I will go through the team which was forced by the new Rangers manager, Philippe Clement, because of injuries and players who'd been left out of the European squad. So it was Jack Butland in goals with a back three forced because of the injury, Borna Barisic. So it was Suter, Goldson and Davies playing as a back three, James Tavernier as a right wing back, and Sima playing as a left wing back, unfamiliar role for him in midfield. Cantwell, Lundstrom and Raskin, with Lammers and Dessers up front for Rangers on the bench. Very inexperienced bench. McCrory, Wright, Jack, King, Scott Wright, Devine, McCausland, Fraser, Lyle, McKinnon and Danilo. So a lot of the youngsters on the team there. Shows you how threadbare the squad is at the moment. So we were expecting a tough game, and certainly for the first, like I said, 65 minutes, it was backs against the wall. And within the sort of first 5 minutes, Sparta really putting us under pressure and really should have been 1-0 up. They had two glorious chances, one after the other, as they waltzed through our defence. It was a dreadful pass out by Lammers, who had an easy pass, and he actually passed it out for a throw-in. Sparta took the quick throw-in and broke straight into the box and had one shot which was fantastically saved by Butland. It rebounded to another player, had another great shot, and thankfully straight at Butland again, and we managed to clear it. So an early scare for Rangers there. But then for about the next 10 minutes, it was just all Sparta getting a hold of the ball. Rangers couldn't string two passes together. Then Todd Cantwell was booked for a late challenge in the 17th minute, and then on the 20th minute, Sparta with a long-range shot from the edge of the box. Thankfully, it was just wide of the post, could easily have went in. Rangers doing absolutely nothing going forward whatsoever. Lammers, Dessers, completely anonymous so far. The 22nd minute, Sparta break down the right-hand side. At a last-ditch clearance, managed to get the ball away. I think it was John Suter, and the game remained 0-0 at that stage. Then, for the first time, Rangers did get a break on the 25th minute. The ball gets played into the box to John Suter. I don't know how he was up there. It shows you how ineffective our front line was. Suter was up, and he actually goes for the ball to win the ball. It looked as if he did win the ball, and he collides with the Sparta player, so no malice intended whatsoever, and the referee books Suter. Absolutely incredible. Don't know where he got that decision from. Nothing in it whatsoever, but John Suter booked there. 31st minute, a mix-up at the edge of the box. Raskin loses possession. A shot from the edge of the box which dips, and another incredible save by Butland. Saw it at the last minute, and he keeps the game at 0-0 again. Then 33rd minute, it's just chances galore here for Sparta. Another great chance. Can't clear our lines. A shot from a tight angle. Thankfully, hits the side netting, and it's a goal kick to Rangers. But just 2 minutes later, a long-range shot from one of the Sparta players from the edge of the box. Butland with another save. He parries it, and then an incredible block, last-ditch block by John Lundstrom. As the second shot would have been goal-bound for sure, and we managed to keep it out. So some astute defending there from Rangers, but constant Sparta pressure. Mostly in the Rangers half, last-ditch defending. We can't do anything up front. And then on the 41st minute, finally Rangers win a corner, but absolutely nothing comes of it. I don't know if it's off the training ground. Ben Davis, our centre-half, taking the corner. Never seen anything like that before, guys. I don't know if you were as puzzled as I was at that stage, but basically it came to absolutely nothing. It must have been off the training ground or something, but very wasteful there. So half-time came completely outplayed. Like I said, anonymous up front, sloppy passing, making Sparta look like world beaters. And you know, they're a good team. I don't think they're that great, but we were so bad, we were making them look like a fantastic team. But into the second half, no changes made by Philip Clement. Like I said, the bench was really threadbare, but possibly a few tweaks, because Rangers certainly did play better in the second half. They couldn't have played much worse, let's be honest. But then on the 55th minute, we could have again have been 1-0 down. There's a long ball played right down. The Sparta player one-on-one with John Souttar. He manages to put him off just at the last minute with a bit of pressure, and thankfully the ball is cleared. And then again, a minute later, there's a corner for Sparta. The ball's cleared off the line by Ben Davies, another great chance for him in the 58th minute, a shot inside the box. Thankfully, it was wide again. That could easily have been on target. But then Rangers starting to come into the game there at the 59th minute. A break down the left-hand side. Summer, he finds Cantwell on the byline. He puts the ball back to John Lundstrom at the edge of the box. He had space to shoot, at least get it on target. He did, but unfortunately straight at the goalkeeper. That was a glorious chance for Rangers there. Then Dessers, who had really done very little in the game, he wins the ball on the edge of the Sparta box. He slips as he tries to get past his man, but wins possession back. The ball gets away from him. He goes in, wins the ball again, but he's penalised because he challenges the Sparta player as he goes to win the ball. A bit like the goal that didn't stand against Celtic. Absolutely nothing in it. I did feel for him there because he was just trying to win the ball. Referee gives a free kick for absolutely nothing. No idea. Again, some incredible refereeing. Yellow card for Goldson with a sort of lazy challenge. Goldson wasn't at his best tonight. Thankfully, John Souttar and Ben Davies, I thought, had an excellent game alongside him, but a lazy challenge for him. He was booked, a challenge from behind on the defender, but thankfully that came to nothing. And then Todd Cantwell, who had looked, bright in certain parts of the first half, but you could tell he's not fully fit. He went off, he did look very tired. Scott Wright came on, one of the few sort of experienced players we have on the bench. But then finally some positive play. Raskin with some great skill in his own half, turns the man inside out, then goes on a run. He gets the ball to Sima on the left-hand side. He plays the ball to Scott Wright at the edge of the box. Another glorious chance to get the ball on target, and he fires the ball over. A woeful shooting there from Scott Wright. You should hang your head in shame, son, because it was a fantastic chance for Rangers. 74th minute now, but Rangers, getting the wind in their sails, pressurising Sparta, getting it into the box, but it's just not falling for any of our players. And then I think maybe Philip Clement smelt the blood because he brought on Danilo. Dessers came off, and then an incredible chance. Lammers, who had been absolutely anonymous, he actually gets a shot off of the edge of the box, but a great save by the goalkeeper. Really unlucky there, and out for a corner. So really putting the pressure on now. A yellow card for Abdullah Sima as he tussles for the ball. Again, really unlucky. Showed a wee bit of dissent. I don't know if that's what he was booked for. It certainly didn't look as if there was much in it as he was sprinting down the left wing. Sima coming much more into the game in the second half, so really unlucky there. And then good play from Rangers. Fine, again, I keep saying finally, but it's been so poor throughout. But some good play. The ball into Danilo, into the box. He shuffles, gets a great shot at goal. I thought it was in. Goalkeeper pulls off a great save, gets a hand on it, off the bar and out for a corner. But again, nothing comes of it. Free kick to Rangers outside the box in the 88th minute, quite far out. Taff steps up, shoots, gets it on target, but quite an easy save for the goalkeeper. And then a great through ball again. I mentioned John Souttar. I thought he did an excellent game leading from the back. He breaks, plays a great through ball to Raskin, who runs through right up the middle of the park, gets to the edge of the box. He shoots, but again, shooting is woeful. It's past the post. I think Philip Clement really needs to get the shooting into the training this week, definitely, because we had some great chances to score for the edge of the box. We couldn't take any of them, and that was another one. There was 5 minutes of extra time. We're thinking that we're maybe going to get away with a draw, and then an incredible chance for Sparta to score in the 91st minute. Connor Goldson, they just tore him to shreds at this point. He looked invisible, as the player just sort of sidestepped him once, skipped past him the next time. Completely lost him. He goes to the byline. There's a player running in at the back post. I thought, here we go, they're going to get the goal here. But thankfully, he plays the ball I don't know if it was just a poor ball by him or the attacker maybe thought that Suter was coming in and going to clear it, but thankfully completely missed it, the both of them, and we managed to get away with that. So the final score came in 0-0. Guys, it's a great point for us. It wasn't a great performance, we all know that, but sometimes we've got to get breaks at some point, and this certainly was, because how this game finished 0-0 with certainly the amount of chances that Sparta had to score and some of the incredible chances we had to score is, beyond me how that happened. But I will take that point any day of the week, considering how poorly we played for the first 60 minutes. So I think Philippe Clement now must realise the size of the job that he's got on his hands, but he, I think, will also be delighted with that point. So I'm going to leave it at that as I sit in the shadows of the Broadwood Stadium as my son is in training for Cumbernauld Colts. Thankfully, I got to see the whole of the game and been able to give you my post-match reaction. Derek and I are now both back in the country. The podcast will be weekly from now on, barring any sort of last-minute problems that we have. We are going to be recording tomorrow. I think we've got about 4 games to cover, but we will be back. We'll be talking about this game and also, like I said, the appointment of our new manager and the last sort of 4 matches. So please look out for the main pod as well as this one. Get it downloaded and we will speak soon. Okay guys, you can go and relax now. We've actually had quite a decent result in Europe. It's been a long time coming, but I am certainly satisfied with the point there. So anyway, take care guys, we will speak soon and bye-bye.